we can't forget that during this emergency response, there were 650,000 people working on the ground in that emergency response. Of course, some of the major actors during that initial emergency response was the Turkish Red Crescent, Kızılay, and we're really lucky to be joined here by Muhammed Bumin Turhan, who is the Disaster Relationship Manager for Turkish Kızılay. Bumin, thank you so much. Bumin, thank you for joining us. I want to ask you about this emergency response, that initial scale. It was considered one of the largest emergency responses in the world.
Yeah.
Talk us through what it was like as an agency like Kızılay to mobilise that many people so quickly for such a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, thank you, Melinda, for hosting us today. It was really one of the biggest disasters of all time that our country faced. For Kızılay is experienced one of the strongest NGO in our country to mobilize its sources immediately after earthquake happened. We established our first field kitchen just after 1 hour of the earthquake happened. So according to Turkiye National Disaster Response Plan, Kızılay is the sector lead in providing the mass feeding operation. So we coordinated the production, delivery, and also coordination of reporting of the mass feeding activities that was carried out by our teams with the establishment of field kitchens, with the establishment of and mobilization of our mobile ovens and mobile kitchens as well. We dispatched across the country from our disaster response centers, from Istanbul, from Erzurum, from every province of our country to the earthquake region. And also we provided shelter assistance to the relevant government stakeholders. Also, we started our emergency response activities in the field of psychosocial support programs as well. 1.5 million units of blood were donated to Turkish Red Crescent at that time. So we also mobilized our capacity as well to provide blood to the field hospitals that were set up by the Ministry of Health as well.
So many things go into an emergency response like this. When you consider the scale of this disaster,
Exactly.
it was almost equivalent to the landmass, the size of the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
The emergency response is just one part of what you do. There is now a long-term, we're 1 year on now, there's a long-term response going on. Can you talk us through Kızılay's activities now?
Of course. I'm going to also show this, our infographic as well. We try to build up the resilient community at the core of our activities. So we want to make sure that institutional resilience is ensured alongside with the resilient community. So we started our activities in the sectors of cash support, where we transferred almost 2 billion Turkish lira to the disaster-affected population, together with our stakeholders AFAD, and also together with our partnership with IFRC, International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, and also other partner national societies around the world. We also focused on livelihood activities. We know that so many businesses and farmers were affected because of the earthquake. So we want to make sure that their jobs and their livelihoods are back on track again. So we also contributed to small size businesses. As you can see here, 23 million Turkish liras to the small scale businesses, and also 24.7 million Turkish liras to 600 farmers.
And when people feel useful, they feel like they have their livelihoods back, that's emotionally and psychologically so important. Just briefly talk us through the psychosocial work that Turkish Kızılay is doing.
we know that especially so many, we target the most vulnerable groups, by the way. So our psychosocial support is focusing on the most vulnerable groups, especially the women who lost their, head of households, and also the children as well. So we have our individual counseling activities that we carry in the container cities. We have our specifically allocated containers allocated by the AFAD to TRC, so that we can have individual counseling sessions and also group sessions that try to get those people's well-being back on track again. So I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard to also to access the remote areas as well, because so many container cities are settled in the urban areas. So we also mobilize our sources to reach to villages and remote areas as well, rural areas. And also we know that there are foldable containers that were provided by government to the beneficiaries in the villages as well. So they open their doors to us, so that we can go inside and we can have a cup of coffee together with them and try to see the traumas that they have.
Indeed.
Try to find the solutions and try to have regular individual counseling sessions with them.
It is something that this country, this nation and its people would not be able to have done alone. Bumin Turhan, thank you so much, and to all your Turkish Red Crescent, Kızılay colleagues, all the workers and the volunteers, we thank you for everything that you have been doing in the previous year.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Thank you
for
very
joining
much.
us on TRT World.